This video is sponsored by PTCGLstore.com, a great place for you to buy Pokemon TCG code cards. Hey guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing Grafaiai from the Surging Sparks expansion set. Now, this card isn't all that great, but I think its attack mechanics are very interesting and I just really wanted to experiment on it in the name of science. So first, let's talk about its main attack. Energized Graffiti for 2 Dark Energies. This attack deals 40 damage times the number of energies attached on all of your opponent's Pokemon. Hypothetically speaking, if your opponent has a lot of energies attached on their Pokemon, this attack can deal tons of damage, and it even has the potential to one-hit knock out any Pokemon in the game. Although, your damage output is really dependent on how many energies your opponent uses in their deck, or how much they decide to attach to their Pokemon. So at first glance, it might seem impossible to get your opponent to attach energies to their Pokemon. However, while it is difficult to execute, there is a way, and Grafaiai's first attack, Mischievous Paintings, can actually help. For 1 colorless energy, you can attach up to 3 energy cards from your opponent's discard pile to their Pokemon in any way you like. The energy attachment can even include special energies, and when used properly, this attack can actually become very disruptive. So basically what we're going to do is to first remove energies from our opponent's main attackers so that they cannot attack. It is easier said than done, however, we can use Crushing Hammers, and with a successful coin flip, you can discard 1 energy card from your opponent's Pokemon. If you manage to discard your opponent's energies, you can combo this with Grafaiai's attack to reattach the energies to their other Pokemon, preferably to one of their Pokemon that cannot attack, or at least to their Pokemon with the weakest attack. This may even prevent your opponent from ever attacking if you can completely deny them access to their energies. Additionally, you can also use the Handheld Fan tool card. If your Pokemon with this equipped is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack, you can move 1 of the energies from the attacking Pokemon to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. This will help to retain energies on your opponent's field while also removing energies from their main attackers. To energize Grafaiai's attack, I'll be utilizing Dark Patch. This will allow you to attach 1 basic Dark Energy from your discard pile to one of your Dark type Pokemon. As for the other cards worth noting, for my spec card of choice, I'll be using Neutralization Zone Stadium card. This will prevent attack damage from being done to our Grafaiai from EX or V Pokemon. This will increase our survivability. And I also have Gravity Mountain. This will reduce the HP of all Stage 2 Pokemon in play by 30 HP. This will make it easier for Grafaiai to knock out these high HP Stage 2 Pokemon in the game. And as a backup attacker, I added a copy of Roaring Moon EX. We need this one because sometimes you just will not be able to attack with Grafaiai, especially it's very dependent on how many energies your opponent has in play. At least with Roaring Moon EX, you have 2 attack options to either instantly knock out your opponent's Pokemon with Frenzied Gouging, or deal anywhere from 100 to 220 damage with its Calamity Storm attack. And not only that, sometimes you can even attack with Roaring Moon EX for just 2 energies, and that is with the help of this Counter Gain tool card. As long as you have more prizes remaining than your opponent, attacks used by your Pokemon with this attached will cost 1 colorless energy less. Trying to make Grafaiai work as the main attacker in my build was extremely difficult, although I must admit, even though I had a really tough time trying to win any games with this build, I actually had a lot of fun just seeing how far I could go to disrupt my opponent's energies, while at the same time trying to figure out how I could deal massive damage. Overall though, this was a really fun experiment. Anyways, that's pretty much it. You can find the complete deck list in the description below, and now please enjoy the following gameplay videos showcasing Grafaiai. Before we get into the video, I have a small request. If you're liking the content I create, please leave a like to this video, and please support this channel by subscribing if you haven't already. This is a small click for you, but for me, it means a lot. Thank you so much for all of your support. Alright, on to our first match. We got 2 Shroodles to start this, and we got 3 Ionos. We are going second, which means we can use that to actually draw extra cards during our turn. And my opponent will mulligan 3 times. And they have an Altaria, alright. Got 3 extra cards. We got Cleffa, even better. And my opponent will start with a Radiant Greninja in their active spot. They have a Trapinch. Alright, so they have a Flygon EX in this build, but they also have an Altaria. That's a very interesting combination. And now it's our turn. Alright. Gotta switch. I'll attach the Handheld Fans to both my Shroodles. And since I can't really evolve into Grafaiai to start attacking this turn, I'll just draw as much as I can. So, I'll switch into Cleffa, use Iono, and then just gonna thin out my hand here. Discard an energy with Earthen Vessel. Get 1 more Dark Energy, play Manaphy, and I'm gonna Dark Patch 1 more energy to my other Strudel. Then we can draw 4 cards with Grasping Draw. So all we need now is to evolve into Grafaiai, attach another Dark Energy, and we can start attacking on our next turn. But the problem with this matchup is that Flygon EX only requires 1 energy to attack. So it's going to be hard for us to deal a lot of damage. And that's going to be a big problem. I mean, they are discarding a bunch of energies. You could probably just use Grafaiai's first attack to attach them to their other Pokemon. That's one way we can build up our attack. But for now, my opponent manages to evolve into Flygon EX. And they also have Sparkling Crystal. Alright. Now they can start attacking. They just have to retreat their Radiant Greninja. And Flygon EX actually has another attack that damages all benched Pokemon, I think, for 100 damage. But it only hits EX or V Pokemon. Thankfully, we have Manaphy to protect our bench if it comes to that. So my opponent will attack with Reversing Storm, knocking out our Cleffa, dealing 130 damage. And they choose not to retreat to one of their bench Pokemon. Alright. See what we can do here. We got an Ultra Ball though. Since we're not hitting for a lot anyways, we're just gonna go with Crushing Hammers, and we succeeded, alright. And I don't have any other choice. I think I'm gonna use Roaring Moon EX here. We are behind on prices, which means our counter gain will take into effect. And then we can use Ultra Ball to discard these 2 energies. Get Serendipity EX. We can flip the script. And then... Alright, I forgot about the Gape Jaw, but that's alright. We're gonna flip the script. Got Neutralization Zone. I'm not gonna play that until late game. So for now, I think I'm just going to use Dark Patch. All we need is 2 energies on our Roaring Moon. Counter Gain will take care of the colorless energy. Retreat Strudel. And I'm just gonna instantly knock out this Flygon EX with Frenzied Gouging. Alright. And this is exactly why you need a secondary attacker, and I think Roaring Moon fits in really nicely as a secondary attacker to this Grafaiai build. So that 200 damage is a small price to pay. That leaves my opponent with no other attacking Pokemon on their board. But I was just really upset that my opponent actually recovered the energies that they discarded. So now we can't really force them to attach those energy, but slowly but surely they are discarding energies. So that might be our way out. And I'm just gonna force them to attach them to, I think, Radiant Greninja. As long as we don't attach the water energies on it, I think we should be fine. Serendipity, on the other hand, is a little bit less specific on the energies because it requires only 3 colorless energies, so we probably need to deprive my opponent from powering it up. So with this Buddy Buddy Poffin, I'll just get Cleffa. It's a great pivot, and if we need to draw, it's right there. And let's see what we could do here. Roaring Moon is a bit of a liability right now, and we can't really attack with it because we don't have any energies. And I'm just gonna use Super Rod to recover energies. Use Arven. See what we could do here. I'm just gonna get Crushing Hammer. Yeah, we don't have any other way to search out energy, so I'll just get Crushing Hammers, and I'll get Handheld Fan. Let's see if we can. Nice. All right, we succeeded. We discarded that energy, and I'm just gonna use Mischievous Painting, and I'll attach these 3 energies to their Radiant Greninja. So Grafaiai's first attack can be very disruptive. You basically deprive them from those energies because now they have to discard them, recover them before they can attach them to their attacking Pokemon. And giving Radiant Greninja odd types of energies makes it less likely that they can attack with it. And they're gonna continue to use concealed cards, discarding more energies. And the more we're just gonna attach them to Radiant Greninja. Alright, they also have Hydreigon EX in this build. And they also have Altaria. So, yeah, this is a very interesting combination. I mean, they have all the energies that they need to power up their Pokemon, I guess. Just a very interesting combination that they have. Okay, they're going to attach a Metal Energy to their Swablu, and then Technical Machine Evolution. Okay. And they're just going to evolve into Altaria EX, but no Svelos. Okay. Altaria EX. Alright. Interesting. We have no energy. I'm just gonna continue to use Mischievous Painting. There's really not much I could do here. And hopefully putting those energies to Radiant Greninja will prevent them from attacking. But they have another energy, and it is enough to power up Altaria EX. Light Pulse deals 140 damage, but it only prevents effects of attacks, which means we can still hit it. And it also has Humming Heal, which heals 20 damage from each of their Pokemon. Okay. I think they had the Svelos in their hand this whole time, so they couldn't use the TM Evolution to do that, but that's fine. They have a Dark Patch, they recovered the Dark Energy. Slowly but surely, my opponent is building up energies on their board, so that's going to help to increase Grafaiai's attack. And since we have Handheld Fan, they will take a knockout against Grafaiai, but at least we can move one energy from their attacking Altaria, and then move that to Radiant Greninja. Hopefully we can just keep them from energizing their Pokemon. I'll set up another Shroodle and attach a Handheld Fan to Cleffa, use Flip the Script, and we have the energy but no Grafaiai. I'm just gonna use Gravity Mountain, draw 2 with Grasping Draw. And let's see here, what can we do? This is quite difficult. Quite a difficult situation right now. My opponent even has Crispin, man. With a variety of energy cards in their deck, I'm pretty sure they can fully energize their Altaria EX as well as their Hydreigon EX, now fully evolved. Sometimes it's good to have, if you have a variety of energies, I think 3 is like a good number to have in your deck. At least 3 of each kind, right? But now Hydreigon EX has the energies it needs to attack, but Altaria EX will continue to persist. But we're just gonna continue to move the metal energies to the Radiant Greninja. So the same typing of energies I think helps out. Maybe they'll have no access to it, and then hopefully Altaria X will not be able to attack anymore. But we've lost so many prizes already, so let's see what we could do here. I can use Ultra Ball, get Grafaiai, and they have 5, 6, 7, 8 energies in their board. We're dealing 320 damage. And you know what, guys? I can probably just use Counter Catcher. Get 3 Ionos from that Flip the Script. That's crazy. And I think this is a good opportunity to actually knock out their Hydreigon EX. Yeah, thanks to the Gravity Mountain, we can actually knock it out. So, Energize Graffiti. Here it is, guys. 320 damage. That's insane. Alright. Well, in ideal situations, you can deal a lot of damage with this Grafaiai. That's insane. But at 320, we would not have been able to knock out their Hydreigon EX if it were not for Gravity Mountain. And a lot of Pokemon that exceeds more than 300 HP are more likely to be Stage 2 Pokemon. So having Gravity Mountain in the deck actually helps out to get an easy knockout against those high HP Pokemon. But like I said, if your opponent does not play a lot of energies, Roaring Moon EX is there to help with that. But now my opponent will continue to persist with Altaria EX. And it's just so sad that Grafaiai only has 100 HP. But I'm glad that we are knocking out some of their Pokemon. Slowly but surely. But once they knock out this Grafaiai, can take out their metal energies again with the handheld fan. I could probably use Iono, and this is probably the best time to use Neutralization Zone already. And at 2 cards at the beginning of their turn, maybe they won't have anything to get out of the situation. Maybe they won't have any energies to power up Altaria, and then we could just attack it, knock it out, and win this game. So with Ultra Ball, I'm gonna get Grafaiai, and I can't really attack because I don't have any other energies. Use Neutralization Zone, so we should be able to survive, and I'm gonna use Iono here. And hopefully they don't have anything. We'll survive another turn. Increase our damage output by attaching more energies to Radiant Greninja. And hope for the best. No! No! And they have boss! No! Oh man, I should have used the counter catcher now. Oh, I regret that so bad. Oh, that was so close. Alright, on to our next match. I had to mulligan twice, but we will be starting with the Cleffa in the active spot. We do have an Ultra Ball. It's gonna help us to at least set up another basic Pokemon. And I will be going first. We're going against Hydreigon EX. Okay. We have a Dino. And for our first draw, we got a Nest Ball. Let's go ahead and set up our other basic Pokemon on our bench. Let's go with Strudel. Actually, I'm going to go with Radiant Greninja. It's going to help us to use Concealed Card's ability. We can discard an energy card from our hand, draw 2. That helps to set up for us being able to use the Dark Patch as well as draw 2 extra cards. And with this Ultra Ball, I'm going to discard these 2. That way I can set up at least 1 Strudel on my bench. And then we can't attack on our first turn, so I'm just going to end my turn here. At least my opponent cannot attack just yet. They need at least another turn before they can evolve. And they will use Iono. Okay, I'm okay with this. I think we got a better hand, actually. So, on their bench, they have Radiant Alakazam. They have Akans, alright. And a Mimikyu. I wonder if this is the Akans that evolves into an Arbok EX. And they will end their turn with the Stomp Off attack, discarding the top card of our deck. So let's go ahead and set up more basic on our bench. We definitely need Manaphy in this matchup. And attach an energy with Dark Patch to one of my Strudels. Discard this, get more energies from the deck, and then attach this. You can use Concealed Cards, draw 2. Got an Iono. Can't really attack for a lot of damage just yet. I'll just attach an energy there, and then use my Iono. Draw 6. We got a Crushing Hammer. Yeah, let's go with the Crushing Hammer. Alright, but we failed. I'm gonna put Gravity Mountain in play, that way I can draw 3 cards with Grasping Draw at least. Alright, we're looking pretty good. We got an Ultra Ball. Can evolve into our Grafaiai, but as it is, my opponent only has 2 energies in play. I mean, we can deal 80 damage, to be honest with you. That's 80 damage. We can knock out this Dino. Let me discard these 2. Get Grafaiai. Evolve that. Retreat our Cleffa. Thankfully, it survived the attack from that bite. And with the Energized Graffiti, dealing 80 damage, and it was enough to knock out their Dino. And we got another Grafaiai. Nice. So far, so good. If we need to, if they evolve into like an EX Pokemon, we do have a Roaring Moon EX. We have 2 dark patches. We just need to find another energy to attach, then we can even deal an instant knockout to one of their higher HP Pokemon. Okay, they're gonna play Buddy Buddy Poffin, set up another Ekans along with another Dino. They'll fight an energy, and they will use Painful Spoon's ability to transfer the damage counter from Cleffa to our Manaphy. And Ekans can use Poison. No, they're gonna use Evolution. So TM Evolution, they evolve 1 into Svelos, 2 Dinos into Svelos. Alright. So next turn they could evolve into Hydreigon EX. But for now, I'm gonna use Mischievous Painting, take advantage of this opportunity before my opponent can start attacking, and just attach the energies to their Mimikyu. So this is that's the Pokemon that they have that attacks the least amount of damage, I think. They'll attach the Sparkling Crystal to their Svelos, and they will use Iona. Alright. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose our Roaring Moon EX. Well, we did get a Pheasantipity EX. They managed to evolve into a Hydreigon EX. They have a switch. They only need that 1 energy, and they will use Crashing Headbutt. And that actually discarded our Neutralization Zone, and that could make a big impact. But with a handheld fan, we will just keep putting energies to their Mimikyu. So at this point, I'm just gonna retain as much energies as I can. So I don't really want to use Crushing Hammer. Let's see what we can do here. We can use Arvin to get Dark Patch and another handheld fan. Put it on Cleffa. Use Dark Patch to put an energy to Grafaiai. Flip the script. And we got the energy. Alright. Let's see here. We're still not dealing enough damage to knock out their Hydreigon EX. So I'm just going to stall a little bit. Draw more cards with Grasping Draw. And once they knock out my Cleffa, they'll still need to attach an energy to this Hydreigon EX. And with a handheld fan, we should be able to transfer that energy to, again, to their Mimikyu. With the Dark Patch though, they will attach 1 to their Svelos and attach a Metal Energy. They're just gonna end their turn. At least we are preventing them from attacking. Crushing Hammers. Alright, we failed that again. So if we can deprive them the energy from Svelos, we can just attach it to Mimikyu. And I'm just gonna continue to draw here for now. So Mimikyu can put 7 damage counters to our Pokemon. That's not enough to knock out our Grafaiai, but they're also using Arbok. It's just the regular Arbok. It puts 3 special conditions on our Pokemon though. The one that I don't like is the Confusion. So for now, I'm just gonna retreat. Since my opponent is not attacking, I'm just gonna be aggressive with Grafaiai. Deal 240 damage with all the energies that they have on the board. And we just need to hit it one more time, get a knockout to get 2 prizes. And for them to retreat it, they need at least a switch card, or they need at least 3 energies to retreat it, which they don't have. And they're just gonna continue to attach energy to Svelos. And they're just gonna leave their Hydreigon EX to get knocked out. Alright, well, I mean, you know, we got a knockout. There you have it, guys. Grafaiai knocks out Hydreigon EX because we were able to deprive the energies from it. And they couldn't attack, they could not even retreat it. So, hey, Grafaiai is doing its thing. They will use boss orders though. And they will knock out Manaphy using Mimikyu's attack. Alright, I think I know what they're trying to do here. They're putting as much energies to their soon to be Hydreigon EX, and they want to deal multiple knockouts. But we're gonna put a Roaring Moon EX in play. Super Rod, these 3 energies, and I think I'm gonna use boss orders, and I'm just gonna prevent them from evolving into Hydreigon EX. So I will retreat, use Grafaiai to knock this guy out. 280 damage, knocking it out, and then we just reattach those energies back to their Mimikyu moving forward. The thing with Mimikyu's attack, it is an effective attack, so Handheld Fan actually does not do anything. So thankfully our Grafaiai survives. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna retreat. So this one will survive an attack. It'll be ready to attack next turn, but once we knock out Mimikyu, we won't have any firepower. So I think I might just have to use Mischievous Painting to attach more energies to... I'm gonna put it on Ekans, because Radiant Alakazam, they could attack with it or retreat with it. Retreating will force them to discard the 2 energies. So just I'm just picking the lesser of 2 evils in a sense, right? So with 2 prizes remaining, with all the energies that are on the board, I can actually take 2 knockouts now. And with this Ekans, they got heads, and they actually confuse and poison us. And thankfully we have 2 switch in our hand. And I think I will just attach that to Grafaiai. I mean, yeah, just in case they have a higher HP Pokemon. Putting it on Roaring Moon is fine. We have the switch. We can pivot into Cleffa, retreat, and then Grafaiai can just knock out this Ekans. We'll lose that 3 energies. But with the 3 energies retained on their Mimikyu, we'll have enough firepower to actually knock out their Mimikyu. As of right now, we're dealing 4, 8, 12, plus 1, because that's actually not a good idea. But they're gonna go for Confusion, I think, here. This Arbok actually is a very interesting card. It has some potential, but I don't know how to use it. And they're gonna use Panic Poison. So Poison Burn, Confusion. But again, thankfully we had another switch in our hand, and that's gonna be game. Alright. I can't believe we pulled that off. I think this is a great way of being able to showcase Grafaiai's potential. It has a lot of stuff that goes against it, but I mean, it's a very interesting card to use. And there you have it, guys. Good game. And that's it for the video. Thank you all so much for watching the Popsicleknight channel, and until next time, please stay safe and have a great day.